How we doing? How goes it? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? Be connect. All right. I'm coming in on 2 wheels, as per usual. We're moving these Wednesday night game togethers to 7 to 10, folks. 7 to 9 just doesn't work. Or 6 to 9 just doesn't work. I cannot get here at 6 o'clock. It is simply impossible. Oh, phooey. Just realized I forgot to do something pretty important. Actually, it may be there. It do be there. Folks, I'm tired. Can I get a wasabi connect if you're tired? Well, I clicked a button that I didn't know what it did, and I'm real happy that that's what it did. Thank you, Stream Elements. We love you too, baby. Hopefully there's no Unite update. Pow. Nice. All right, well, we voted. We got a new voter that goes up for our Game Together streams, and people voted on Pokemon Unite tonight. So there we go. That's what we're playing. I'm telling you guys, I am swamped. Swamped. So Discord straight up just dropped forums. I've spent all this time crafting the perfect Discord server, okay? Constantly updating it. Constantly changing, shifting, moving. And then they drop the exact thing that I've been wanting all along. You gotta be losing your marbs. Losing your marbs. All I want to do now is figure out how it works. Amazing. I mean, this changes everything. This changes everything. Can't wait to see how it looks. I need to drop it over to our guardians. I've got like this shadow of my mustache right here. Do you see that? What is that? I got a good story time today, folks. I got a good story time. I'm ready for it. I'm hyped for it, in fact. I'm excited. Once we get the critical mass that warrants this story time, it's happening. I got a story time to tell. Got a story to share. All right, we're gonna go post in general that we live. Early crew, what's up? What's good? What's good? Still putting kids down, then you'll hop on. Are you gonna be some Machamp? All right, hopefully not too inappropriate. I always get so nervous posting gifts, dude. Got shop on.
Chloe, should I reverse time if we don't get what we want from the got shop on?
Now, question of the day is, why did I put movie game away, knowing I was going to be streaming tonight? And I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer for that. Most likely, it's been a long time. Well, I'm a Blissey main, and Blissey and Machamp, I think, work pretty well. How was your between stream time? It went good. It went good. I wrote a sermon during that time, and that was nice. Celeb reads poetry. You can hit exclamation point celeb for it to auto-gen a celeb, or you can just give me one, and I'll give my best shot. While you're thinking, here's your movie game for today, my friend. Matthew McConaughey. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. A forever child sprinkles pixie dust upon British youths, and they fly away to a super secure lockdown chamber nestled inside their house to avoid a violent Dwight Yoakam. I'll read that again. A forever child sprinkles pixie dust upon British youths, and they fly away to a super secure lockdown chamber nestled inside their house to avoid a violent Dwight Yoakam. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a goodie. It's a good one. Ver funny. Okay. In the meantime, this is actually, Matthew McConaughey is a great impression to do right now because my throat hurts because I am sick. I'm sick. Let's play some peaceful piano, of course. Matthew is going to be performing for us tonight. Let's see. I don't actually have a Matthew McConaughey. That's kind of the fun part about this. My initial thought was Peter Pan's Labyrinth, but Dwight Yoakam's throwing me. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. You definitely got the first, but the second is not. Okay, I'll do this one. Eyes of the Present from a collection, New Names for Lost Things by Noor Unahar, as performed by Matthew McConaughey. All right. What I am today, he's turning into Bill Clinton immediately, is everything the future will forget. I could make things happen, but I counted stars instead. The past has a razor. It's turning more Bill. All right. In its decaying hands. Serp. It slices my memory in half. I will beg forgiveness from the lonely present before it grows a pair of eyes and sees how I am burning it alive. Chats in the clap for Bill McConaughey. Bill McConaughey, Matthew Clinton, Peter Panic Room, you got it. You got it, dude. You got it. Chats in the clap. We stand Zando. Getting it as usual, my dude. I'll spam some chats in the clap for you for the Peter Panic Room. We love it. All right, folks, we're playing some Pokemon's Unite tonight, and we got a crew. So if you want to join and play, let us know. I'll be sure to friend you, add you as a friend. I don't remember anything about this game. Let me see. I probably need to turn on a Stream Elements command. Whoopsie. Buy that merch. Nope. Nope, I guess not. I always think of Sling Blade when I hear Dwight Yoakam movies. That is a good one. Okay. All right. The trickiest part about... Oh, I gotta switch it over, don't I? All right. You guys don't look at me. Don't look at me when I turn around. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're doing it. I know you're doing it. Don't look at me. Don't look at my body. This ain't no only pastors. Okay. That should have fixed it. Boop-a-boop-a-boo. Bow. Nice. So I played precisely one game the other day to just warm up and remember how to play. Oh, Ooblets. Well, there you go. Spoiler alert. That might be what we're playing on Monday. Starting Ben, songs and prayers. Hopefully be on at 7:45 the latest. That's so good. I need several warm-up rounds. Dozens, really, would be nice. Dozens of warm-up rounds. So the first thing I need to do is get some hype music on, because we need to get hyped. We need to get hyped. So let's find... I just realized you guys are on the side. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let's get you guys in the right spot. Transform. Rotate. Counterclockwise. Nope. Rotate. 180. Ba-bow, ba-bow. Nailed it. First try. First try, dude. If you want to play along with us, feel free. Unite is free. F-R-E-E. That spells free. CreditReport.com, baby. Saw their ads on my TV. Thought about going, but was too lazy. Now, instead of looking cool, I'm riding fat. With my crew in the back and my posse getting laughed at. I don't remember if those are that. I lost it. I lost it there at the end. Ooh, that's loud. Is that as loud for you guys as it is for me? I gotta go claim all of my things. I can't really see. Thought I claimed all the things. For free, my dude? I don't know why that's still popping up like that. It's been so long. It's been so long. I gotta do all the things. Ooh, Blastoise. What are boost emblems? Uh-oh. Has the meta changed? Has the meta changed completely and I have no idea what to do anymore? Yep. That's a big old... yep. I always forgot how much this game chugged. Poor Switch, dude. Tries so hard. We just need a new one. We need a new one. We need to make it happen. I'm definitely going to be hopping in the room tonight. Definitely going to be hopping in the room tonight. Because I need other people to talk for me tonight because I am tired. Ooh, a questionnaire? No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Man, there's just so much, huh? There's just so much to claim when you first get back. I don't remember any of the buttons. Okay, these are the boost emblems. What do these do? I want to equip them to my Blissey. Ooh. You tell me what to do. You tell me. Defense? I really want HP, I guess. Let's go with it. I don't know what any of that means, but I did it. And I think that means I'm going to win. I think what I just did is won. Boop, boop. Yeah, man, I can't see. This ain't gonna work. What's going on with the battle pass? Why can I not claim everything? Where am I missing something that needs to be claimed, yeah? I don't want this. Is that what they're trying to get me to do? I don't want it. No! What else needs to be claimed? Alright, where are you? Come to the front. I need to see what's going on. Claim all. I feel like I'd already done that. I definitely feel like I'd already done that. But okay. I don't know if this new layout's gonna work, dude. Not with this game. Not when I can't see. See if anybody's online. Kim Spirit. I don't know who you are. Nope. Nobody plays anymore. Alright, let's go for a standard first. Oh, now they have oh dude. Yeah, way off, yo. We'll use Discord, thank you very much. We'll use Discord if it's needed at all. Thank you over much. Are there words in this song right now? This is still, yeah, it's still stream beats. We got a great stream lined up in the morning for you folks. Plenty to do. Plenty to be done. Fascinating. I would like to go bottom, please. What are you playing tomorrow? I'm finishing Islets, and then I'm probably going to start a new game, since that was what people voted on Tuesday. That was the second most voted. But I say I'm going to finish Islets, and who could really say? Because there could be another 17 hours in Islets, and I would have no idea, honestly. I would have no idea how much time is left in Islets. I think Islets is done. But what do I know? What do I know? All right, we're going to go ahead and get in a cozy position. We're getting in Cozy Town early tonight. Early. Islets is never ending. It certainly seems that way. What makes it so frustrating is that I'm enjoying it so much. I almost wish that I weren't enjoying myself. Maybe I should make myself more transparent, yeah? Is that a thing I can do? Opacity? Whoa, uh-oh. Ready as I'll ever be. How do I play again? I know I want pound. I know I said I was going bottom path. Never seen these bumblebees before. Whoa! What does Mew start with, homie? That's Mew's first move? I mean, I'm down. There's nobody here helping me, though. Where'd my friends go? Nobody's gonna help me down here? I'm all by myself? I'm fighting these pocket monsters by myself? What do I look like? Anything other than a Chansey? Come on. Help me, Mew. I'm not very proud of Mew. Am I gonna be all by myself? I can't see what move I need. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, dude. All right, safeguard. That was muscle memory right there. I didn't even remember what I needed. Glaceon's in this game now. Is Leafeon in the game? What can we do to get Leafeon in the game, yo? I need Leafeon in my life. Oh, snap. I don't think so. Leave the saving the world of men? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yo, hey everybody, they're all down bottom. I don't remember how to tell people that, but they're all down bottom. Looks like everybody's going top, and they're all up. They're all down here in the bottom with me. Hopefully I got some points for that one. You must have that little ring guard thing. Because of course he do. I could really use some help down here. If only I had a team. Wouldn't that be a dream, huh? If only I had a team. If only I had people helping me. Yeah, I just got a KO by myself. What about it? What about it, homie? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did get a KO by myself. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did in fact. Thank you for noticing that. Because that is what I did. That is what I did all by myself. I'm alone. I'm alone with a level 7. And I managed it. By myself with no team. I have no team. Where, oh, where could my team be? Why are they not coming and helping me? Oh, they've gone to heaven, now I got to be good. I got KO'd. So I can see my baby when I leave. Oh, this world. Oh, cool. We have a player out. Dope. No, we don't. He was just waiting. He was just waiting and chilling. What's up, bro? Can we take down some monsters together, you and I? Because I'm all by myself. I haven't scored a single point anymore. Where did you go? Why will nobody stay with me? Well, I guess he's trying to take on the big bad. Oh, okay. I'll come help you. Trying to take down the big bad? All by yourself? You didn't even ask. You didn't give me a sign. You didn't ask for my permission, my help. You said nothing to me. You said nothing. You just came after Reggie Rock all by your lonesome. Good job, we did it. You and I, we did it. Me and you, Jordan 14. We're the best team there's ever been. Rick and Morty, 100 years. Oop, I wanted that one, but that's fine. I'll take this one. Thank you. I'm gonna go. We'll take these bad boys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I guess we go for Battle Blissey. I'm not prepared for Battle Blissey, though, is the issue here. That's the real crisis where we find ourselves. I'm not built for Battle Blissey right now. That's what's not kosher. Ooh, Glaceon. Ooh, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. Serena! Help me, Serena! Oh my goodness! Dude, Altaria, I swear, if Altaria would have taken me down, I would have lost my mind. Lost it. Alright, are we pushing anywhere? Have we taken down any? I got a bad feeling. How do I jump? Oh, there we go. That's the one. I just got a bad feeling. Uh-oh. Blindsided me. Not cool. Ooh, who came to help me? Glaceon? What's up, homie? Me and Acorn, 100 years. Acorn, super cool of you to come and help me, but that actually did not go super duper well. Yeah, we the best music. That's not who I wanted to go for. I clearly wanted to go for the huddle. I clearly wanted to go for the huddle of Altaria. Regilecki's doing what now? I am downloading this app for the first time in forever because of you. For the first time in forever, we will play Pokemon Unite. For the first time in forever, we'll be playing Pokemon Unite. Look, we do what we have to, okay? Push. Wait, I'm dumping. Hang on. Hang on, Mew. Hang on now, little Bambino. Total party kill? Total party kill right now? TPK? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. He ain't gonna let me. He ain't gonna let me, dude. How come you don't love me, man? Me and Serena, dude. Me and Serena got it going on. Uh-oh, looks like we just had a total party kill of our own. How many bases do we have left? Uh-oh. They took down Rayquaza. I don't know what that means in this game, but it don't sound good. Yeah. Somehow I figured that might be the case. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we lost. Oh, long limb. Short limb. Short limb, we lost. I'm gonna go out on just the shortest of limbs. Just assume that maybe we lost. But you never know. You never know. Look, we get a TPK. Storm the castles. I could do this. Here, this is the crew that knows, dude. This is the crew that knows that it's doable. Actually, probably not, because they'll say they're storming again already. We did just take one down. That's pretty good. Hey, well, you know what? I played pretty good. I played pretty good at the very least. I gotta figure out opacity. Color? No. Transform? No. Order? No. Scale filtering? No. Blending? No. Filters? No. Oh, no, that'll do. I'm gone! Oh, bye, everybody. I kind of like it. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Man, I'm really gone. I'm a ghost. Did I get MVP, yo? That's what we're talking about. First round back MVP. That's what we call a winner, friends. That's what we call somebody that wins. You hear me? Wow. All right, well, I know that Zando is joining us closer to 7:45. I don't know when you're joining us, Trombone. It feels like I'm very transparent. Can I make this transparent? That's what I really want to be transparent. I want the chat box to be transparent. Doesn't look like it. Filters. Let's add an effect filter. Does that do anything? Nope. Let's see. Can I put literally just like a white box on it? Nope. But what if it's this white box? Nope. Okay. There's got to be a way to do opacity, dude. There simply must. Don't. Did you see that shade it was throwing? Hey, why don't we try to win on our first day back, huh? Hey, what if... Hey, here's an idea. Genius. What if we tried winning, huh? Have you ever contemplated that one? You ever contemplated winning? T-Bone, if you want to hop in a chat with me, I'll go hop into... Go hop into a room. Hop into the secret room. Let's see, I'll have to get it coming out the right. Whoop. Okay, dope. Oh boy. Rather than use their lobbies. I ain't got no love for Nintendo's lobbies. I feel like this should be able to get closer to me. Whoa. Or if you're not down for that, that's okay, but I'm gonna hop in the room anyway. In case Xando wants to hop on whenever he gets on. Quite frankly, the less talking I have to do tonight, the better. Sounds good to me. Where's everybody at this fine Wednesday night? Everybody's busy. Busy as bumblebees. Hope you're cool with quit, because I'm not jumping straight back into standard. Yep, I feel that. I did jump right back into standard, and I MVP'd it. But that's all good. Honestly, I'd like to try some different characters. See if there's anybody else I like. Because I got new people now. I got Dartrix now. I'd love to try out my little round boy. I don't know his moves. I wish I could make this opaque. Why can't I? There simply must be a way. Filters. It's not filters. Properties. No. There must be a way. There's got to be a built-in opacity to OBS. There's no way there's not. I'd love to see us get a crew of 5 tonight. That would really, that would make my day. Even if we lose every round, just having 5 people to play with, it means the world. That's my favorite thing. If I'm gonna play multiplayer, I want to play with friends. Can you guys hear the game, by the way? I guess right now it's quiet, so yes, you can. Perfect. All right. Astonish and Leafage. Definitely starting with Leafage. Grass starters for the win. Just a couple of grass starters up here. Me and T-Bone. Grass starter number 1. Grass starter number 8. Don't know what Astonish does, but I did it. I'll learn today. Uh-oh. Bye, T-Bone. Bye, T-Bone. Going for a score right now, my dude? Not Kosh. Not coach! Look at all those scores! What's up, dudes? I don't even know my moves yet, Holmes. Ah! Did we get him? We didn't get him. They got me! No! Oh, but I've evolved. I'm stronger. I'm bigger. I'm better. I'm stronger. You don't even know. You don't even know the power. The power that I hold. I'm so strong. How are they already third evolution? Man, dude, they do so much damage. Oof. Just feeding them. Absolutely feeding them. Razor Leaf sounds delightful. Don't like Razor Leaf anymore, it turns out. Turns out not a fan of Razor Leaf, actually. Leaf Storm. Go the full grass route. Yeah, boy! Now get out of here. Done did it and getting out, dude. Oh, I don't heal there? You kidding me? They took me down in one hit. Homie took me down in one hit. It's not kind. It's not very nice. I don't think I've scored a point yet. Oh, he's only level 8, dude. I'm practically a pro compared to my boy here. Gotta drop off some points. Got to. Alright, I helped you, T-Bone. I helped you at least a little bit. I don't know if you managed to drop off points, but I took down one of them. I took down precisely one of them. I feel pretty good about that. Avalug, you're our only hope. I'm immediately dead. I'm immediately dead. I die in 2 hits. Is Dartrix real weak or is everybody else real strong? It should be noted that I've still not done the pay-to-win power upgrades. So, if those are needed still for the meta, then I did not do them. Did you guys dunk on him? Did you guys dunk at least a little bit? Me and T-Bone, dude. Dead immediately. Dead instantaneously. But for real, where's everybody at tonight? Yeah, let's just go ahead and get another death in there. Wow, okay. Well, I either don't like Dartrix or didn't like Dartrix in that setting. Because that was awful. I did much better in Standard. Much, much better. Anyway, peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right there. Nice battle. Thanks, T-Bone. Got that MVP. I simply did not. We probably got time for one more quick battle before Zando has to hop on, or can hop on. Will wants to be friends. Sure. What is this? Oh, now you can claim things from the lobby. That's very nice. Very well thought. You know, it's not super often that Nintendo thinks these things through, but they did today, and I'm proud of them. I'm now team leader. Did you back out? Trombone, where'd you go? Did you ding dong ditch me? No! No! Exit. That was a close one. I want to clean all of them. Man, dude, I played so much of this game. What now? What's happening? There we go. Ooh, what did we get there? Now we unlocked a bunch of stuff. Dude, come on, what is up with this chug, yo? I'm not gonna be able to emotionally handle that. The good news is that we're really doing pretty well as far as our network stuff. That's always nice. I don't know how I would say anything though, because now I ditched myself, or jinxed myself, not ditched myself. Trombone ditched me. What's up? You got it. Matchmaking, matchmaking, make me a match. Ooh, what are snapshots? What's that all about? What is missing in the battle pass? Okay, cool. All right, back to Blissey. Back to Blissey, of course, of course. My girl. Ooh, uh-oh. A little slow to the draw there. All right, I'm going bottom path. As I always do. Look, I'm so close to having all upgrade. All I have left is Buddy Barrier. Unless they have new items now. Please tell me they don't have new items now. That's the last thing I need. All right, so that I can see, we're gonna go in opacity mode. So I'm gonna turn off the chat box. I'm gonna turn off the alerts, and I'm gonna filter the mask down just a smidge. And that's not enough. Let's try like 90. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I can totally see. I'm a ghost. FYI, if we get destroyed again with no chance, I probably won't play anymore tonight because it won't be fun. No! T-Bone! Well, we don't have a very good team, I'm not gonna lie. We do not have a super solid build here. You're not having fun just playing with me? I've been told I'm the greatest gamer, some might say. But I don't want you to have no fun. If you find that you're having no fun, then please do not. Do not continue to indulge. As you have all seen very well from my persistent playthrough of Islets and Dark Souls and all sorts of games such as those, I got no problem losing. I got no problem dying. There's not a single inkling of, what's the word? Games don't irritate me. Not much at all. Looks like they're pushing top. Not good. Wish I were hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, they're dunking on us. That's not good. Explains where they all were. Plus, whenever we have Zando, you wouldn't hop back on if we had Zando on the team, too. We got the whole squad. Yes! The greatest! The greatest! Oh, we probably need to back. We probably need to back up. No, we got it. We got it, dude. Killing it, homie. But you definitely need health. You are looking worse for wear. We got it. Wow! I mean, just pushing them. Here, get that health. Uh-oh, 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 we got one of them. Oh boy. Oh, I'm trying so hard to get you there. Yes, take them both, I'll stay in the circle. Or not. Yes, dude, we are killing it. But take down that goal, dude? Heck yes, dude. We the best. Music. What if we're just getting wrecked up top, though? I know that was kind of a waste. Okay? But, you know, I am a wasteful person. I am a wasteful person. I'm not proud. But it is what it is. I wanted it so bad. I'm down. Ah! Man. Dude. I don't care about winning when it's total slaughter. That's the issue. Got you. Pineapple, what's up? Man, I can't believe I took the L there. No! I was doing so good. That's where the cookie crumbles. Done messed up. Hey, Ron. I'm almost there. I'm here to help and try not to die. No. Did you die? Oh no. I'm going to stay alive. That's the last thing I do. No, how is that still touching me? What's up, Pineapple Pope? How we doing, my friend? How's life? How are things treating you? Hope they're treating you well. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing okay. Oh, there's a Gengar up top. Is he pushing? Or is that ours? That's ours. Never mind. Oopsie. Let's go take down their monsters here. Oh, nope. There's Charizard. Charizard! No. Cancel. Just hold strong. Just hold strong. Okay, we can go down bottom if you want to. Or try and take these off first. Push them back. I've got my ult charged. Doing the drop. No, that's probably wasteful, but I went for it. I know it was wasteful, but I went for it anyway. I can't help myself. I get excited. Yes! Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, I took so much damage. I gotta go back and heal. I'll bounce back to the front. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die, trombone! Don't you die! Do you want to go take on Regirock, or do you want to take their monsters down? Monsters. Monsters it is. Yes, dude! We're killing it. Why do they want me to retreat? Oh, they want me to come help them? Is that what they want? Uh-oh, about to drop a 40. Hold up. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yes! We are annihilating. Oh, Rayquaza, we're gonna go, 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 go! We gotta push! We're all here, let's push! Hex, yes, dude! There's Charizard, watch out. What's up, Harry? We're just doing our best over here, my friend. Can we do it? Yes, Blissey Main! Blissey Main forever, dude. Heck yes, dude. The Blissey Main got him again, dude. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, come on, we don't have an insta drop anymore? There we go. Ah! Genius, dude. You love to see it. You really do. You love to see the Blissey Main taking down Rayquaza. Twitch is weird. Oh, Twitch is trying to tell you there's only one person watching. Xando, Trombone, Sneaky, and Pineapple all here, but Twitch trying to say we don't have them. You know what? It ain't about the money, money, money. It ain't about the viewer, viewer, viewer. I'm just glad there are people in the chat now. Gonna be a little longer. Kids are down, but I have to clean up that I forgot about. You're all good. Take your time. Let's drop that 37, T-Bone. We dropping it. We're dropping it. No, we can't. Yes, there's no way we didn't win, right? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way we didn't win that one. There's legit no way we didn't win. Not bad. Today is my birthday. Pineapple. Chat's in the clap for Pineapple. Happy birthday, Pineapple Pope. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, hallelujah. Hey. And the MVP. I did that for you, Pineapple. I got the MVP just for you, my friend. Just for you. That's huge, man. Happy birthday. Do it. T-Bone, we killed it. Yeah, we did the translucent just for while I was playing because I couldn't see. T-Bone, where'd you go? Are you done? Or do you want to start at ranked? What are you doing? What are you going for? Are you feeling real confident? Or do you need me to invite you back to the chat? Still downloading updates. Oof. Well, we can wait on you, Perry. Oh, about 10 minutes ago. Oh, maybe we can't wait on you. If it's taking that long. I still don't know what these emblems mean. Dude, that's rough. You got other stuff going on. That'll do it. Come on now. Oh, it's over here anyway. Well, me and Trombone just cleaned up. That's what happened. What happened is we just cleaned up. Oh, really? How does he back out of updates, though? Mine just starts updating without me giving it permission. Pineapple, do you play Unite? You want to play Unite? Hop in for a round or two for your birthday. Win some birthday matches. Okay. Still don't know what this means. Don't have a Switch. Oh no, it is on the phone, but I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. See if I can upgrade my... Ooh, achievements. There are achievements now? Do you get things for them? Man, there's just so much. So much that I don't know about this update. They've like changed the whole game. Okay, no, none of this. I want to upgrade my equipables. And I got mail. Oh, thanks for the coins. Thanks for those 5 coins. Oh, there's held items. Can I send you coins, Trombone? Trombone, you're not waiting on me or anything, are you? 270. Haven't been big on the LoL game formula, that's for sure. I have no interest in League of Legends. Zero interest. The only MOBA I've ever played. Well, I played a lot of League back in the day. I was never very good at it, and I just got real frustrated. Yeah, I don't think well, no, I would have gotten into this. I would have gotten into this no matter what. Pokemans? Come on. I can't not play Pokemans. But I got into this game hard. I got into this game real hard. Well, hopefully Xando and Perry will be able to join us before too long. So now that there are more people on here, I got to tell you guys, Discord dropped a bomb on me tonight that I'm so excited about. And I think that you, especially people that are in the know with level 2 stuff, will be super interested in knowing this. Discord has a whole new feature called forums. I didn't even hear that this was a possibility of something they were adding in the near future. Normally I hear like, you know, rumblings of the ground. No, I heard nothing about this. They just did it. Am I supposed to be doing something? No. Anyone else joining? I think it's another round of just us, because Perry, I don't know what you're at. Xando's cleaning up. We definitely have time for at least another match. Maybe one more match, just us, and then we'll be able to play with peeps, hopefully. Hopefully. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love. I still think I have the best fit in the game. I'm trying to get through all that you haven't played. Oh, so you have done the update. You're through the update now. Well, there you go. Well, let's wait on Perry then. I didn't know. Trombone left. Where did you go? Trombone just keeps ditching and not saying a word, and I'm so confused every time. I'm gonna leave. Trombone, if you want to start a match with me and Perry, I think that'd be great. If you don't want to do that, then that's fine. It says you're online. Oh, whoa. What level am I? Did Trombone pass me in levels? I can't see. I can't see. Oh, we're the same level! Ah, that's very sweet. It's winning. And by the way, I am chilling in the secret room if anybody wants to join me and talk for me so that I don't have to anymore because I'm so tired. But yes, we have a stacked stream tomorrow morning. Tons of exciting stuff happening. I've got a Manga Spice Cafe for us to unbox. We're going to hopefully finish Islets. Hopefully start a whole brand new stinking game. And that's about it. But that's very exciting. That's an exciting morning. Any morning with the Manga Spice Cafe is the morning for me. Ready. What's up, H-Man? We're playing League of Legends. Playing League of Legends, H-Man, as you can tell. How are we doing, my friend? How's your evening treating you? You wish. I still have the game downloaded and I still haven't made it through the tutorial. It still just exists. Alright, Trombone. Trombone and me about to slay once again. Boink. Boink. Back down to 90. Bye. Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad. I feel like I was a little more opaque last time, wasn't I? Just got home from church. Harper went down super easy, so that was pretty great. Oh, that's wonderful. It's so nice. So nice when they give you a little bit of a break. Might lurk. A little might do a density raid. Destiny? So, fun fact, Pineapple, I think I will probably be playing Destiny for our next Checkathon. So, November. Yep. Buzzwole is now a playable character. I really need to get a new playable character. Yeah. Don't tell anybody. Keep it just between you and me. But I dropped the idea to Frost from Love Thy Nerd the other day because he pretty much exclusively plays Destiny 2. And so I was like, will you teach me how to play? Mew is now in there, that's correct. Steam Sandy! I think we're playing with a better team this round, Trombone. Doesn't mean we won't win. But it does mean we might be having a harder time than we did last time. Last time was pretty easy. Get out of there! Get out of there! I think I might be kicking the bucket. I survived! But not well. Ah, yes, we did it! Ooh, nice! I really wasn't so sure we had it. I believed in us the entire time. But I definitely was not sure about it. Ooh, get out of there. Oof, 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 oof! Nah, I didn't stand a chance, dude. Ah! Cool, I just started not too long ago. Very cool. Well, I really don't want to play it. Does this game have type advantage? It does not. I'm coming to help you, T-Bone, if you don't die first. No! Alright, I gotta do some leveling. I gotta do some leveling or we're just gonna keep feeding them. Just stay on the sides up there, Trombone, and let's grind these monsters. It's probably silly, but we gotta get some levels up. I'm gonna try and let you take last hit, if I can do that. Okay, we definitely got some levels, so now we should be able to do a little more. Oh, I was gonna go center. Okay, this is fine. You wanna go down to the center with the Altaria? There's gonna be a Reggie Rock down here soon. Can always try for it. I don't think we got it. What do I have to do to get you on Magic the Gathering Arena? Okay, so it's really simple. All you have to do, it's really very easy, H-Man. You need to apply for a job at Wizards of the Coast. You need to get on the UI design team for Magic Arena. And you need to redesign the UI to be at all comprehensive. And then I'll play. I love Magic and I miss Magic. All right, Trombone. We're not winning this one, my friend. We're not taking it home this time. We're not taking home the dub. We probably need to grind up the sides again. I see you're pushing and I'm worried you're gonna die. You wanna grind up the sides again? Or are you going for Reggie Rock? Or are you trying to drop? I'd grind up the sides. I tried to help you, Trombone. I really did. I tried. I tried and I tried, but there was no hope. No hope. We gotta clear those mobsters on the sides. We gotta get some levels. I like the UI, I like the game match, or the menus. Totally the menus. I'm sure the game match is fine. I honestly didn't play enough to remember that. I worked through the tutorial. Pokemon has the exact same issue. It's just because it's Pokemon that I play the online version of that. That's the reason I'm so stinking excited for when they update it to the new one. It's awful. I don't know what it is about trading card game online versions that they can't get their act together. They can't figure out how to do UI for those games. And I don't know what it is. But they're awful. They're all awful. Terrible. They're ugly. They're atrocious. They're practically unplayable. They're so busy. They're so busy. You can't tell me they're not busy. Good, we got the boost. At least we got the boost. You can't stop the boost. Doggone it, man. Rats. Once you get used to it, it's not too bad. It's not, yeah, and that's exactly right. It's fine, I'm sure, but it's so busy. They had to get so much information on those screens to try and get as much of your money out of you as possible, because of course, that's just logical. They gotta survive. Survive. Take the side mobsters. I got 40 to drop off. I could try. You wanna try for a drop off? I got 40 big ones if you can defend me. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think they're gonna let us go. Nah, ain't no way. in clutch, dude. Trombone. The one, the only. Yes. Heck yes, dude. Let me drop that 40. Absolutely killing it. Trombone don't play no games. T-Bone said, if I don't win, I don't play. Get good or go home. Yep. I see Glaceon's got a 50 to drop too. I'm clearing up the sides up here if you wanted to. Ah, I tried so hard! Man, they got us so fast. Wow. Wow, what level? What level is their Glaceon? Holy moly. No support up top. I can't say I'm too surprised. No, I don't even think it's a join me support. This team's real good. These people are real good, dude. They got some team cohesion. We got some MLG pros. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we didn't stand a chance there. Nope. Yeah, they got us, dude. They got us. But you know what? We did the best we could. Me and T-Bone pulled an ace of a play. Absolute aces down bottom. Might even be an MVP. Might even be an MVP, you know. Could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. It might be. They're about to drop a bunch of 50s, though. It's about to be bad. And there ain't a thing we can do about it. Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. Buzzwell is broken. Keeps body slamming me. Oh, no. Xando, are you ready once we're done? Did you find your menu? Got KO'd. No! Ugh. Not during the ult, man. That's frustrating. I didn't realize how much time we still had left. Updating 25%. Uh-oh. I've heard bad things about that update. Oh no, Perry, don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. We got this. We got this. This is first round. This is first round. This is warm-up. It's warm-up. Still no idea where my controller is. I have a backup, but I'm still concerned about the location of the other one. That is very stressful. Let's see if we got spanked. Hey, did you see how neck and neck we were, though? For a while? Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I wouldn't call that a spanking. I would say this player did really well. Yeah, Espeon was supposed to be our mid, and I don't think they did the mid work very well. But that's all good. We go again. We go again. Remember, we've killed it. We've killed it time after time. We can't let one L bring us down. We're better than that. Xando, supposedly you can play through the update if you want to. We'd love to welcome you in. And then we're short one player. We're almost there. We're almost there. If it's a little circle one, you can play through that. I am going to assume that Xando knows exactly what you mean. That's what I'm going to assume. Oh, interesting. So you get to choose which one. Fun. Very fun. I need to work on my knitting, and I'm kind of done for the night. Sorry, y'all. You are all good, Trombone. I appreciate you playing for us playing with us as long as you did. I don't. I haven't played Unite in almost a year, so I'm sure there's a lot of junk to download. Yep. Perry was 249 days, if I recall correctly. Well, me and Perry can play some duos. Until you do get the thing. I'm gonna claim all my collectibles. Ah, man, I hit the wrong one. I will never get used to ZR. Does anybody else have that issue? Or am I just silly? Enjoy your knitting trombone. Hopefully you're working on my Pokemon scarf. That is true. I played like 1 or 2 rounds on mobile. I have no idea how it plays. Perry, I'm almost done. Just gotta go clean all my things. We could always do some quick matches to play as some different people. But I love playing as Blissey. Blissey remains to be my favorite character. You're still in our lobby, says Perry. So I'm confused as to why HP would be minus 90. Download just finished. Oh no. Well, I definitely thought that you were Xando for a second and I got real excited. See how that battle record's going. 50.1%! We're in the green, baby! We remain in the green. What's up, Kuro? How we doing? I'm a little opaque right now, my friend. I forgot to turn back up my my opacity. Take that stamp. Do you play Unite, Kuro? Would you like to join us? You're welcome to. Welcome to hop on in if you still play. Oh, I have stuff to clean up here too. Perry, I said this wasn't going to take much longer, but maybe it is. Because I just keep seeing more red circles. No idea what this is. It's a Pokemon MOBA. A Pokemoba. Pokemoba, if you will. And it is okay. But it's fun. It's fun if you're having fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, it turns out not fun at all. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay. All right, Perry. Let's figure out what we're doing here. Hit fine. The best part about it is playing with friends. Let's do... What are custom battles? What are these? What are those other maps? What's the Ketchum map? What's that about? I don't know what that means. Let's do a quick battle. Let's do... Oh, you know what? No, I want to go get another character. Let's see if I can unlock a new character. Surely I can. Surely I have the credits. How's your week been so far, Kuro? Has it treated you well? Let's see. Oh, this isn't where I buy them. Oopsie. Dodrio sounds pretty fun. Difficulty level expert? I don't know about that. Mew is just novice level. That sounds good to me. I like novice. Not bad. Been really busy back and forth between stressful and chill. Man, that sounds hashtag relatable if I've ever heard it. I would say that is precisely how my life has been. Back and forth between stressful and chill. Pretty consistently. I've either got everything together or nothing. And there's no in between. Who should I buy? who should I buy? Now I'm all confused. Oh, I don't have enough for Dodrio. I do have enough for pretty much anyone else. I think I have 22,000, so I could actually buy 2. Glaceon's pretty tempting, but I really want Leafeon. Duraludon's pretty tempting. Well, gee willikers. Fennekin is also pretty tempting. I really want Dodrio, but I don't have the monies. I don't have the monies for Dodrio. That's the only one I want. Tyranitar's pretty fun. Do you start as the adorable little one? I wonder how he is. 14k is a lot, though. Let's see what his difficulty level is. I'm really stalling for Zando here. Difficulty level is intermediate. He's a melee all-rounder. Eat a boy. I haven't seen anybody play as him yet, and that's concerning. That must mean that he's not very good in the meta right now. Buzzwole, I'm going to bet also an all-rounder. Melee all-rounder. Look at the boy. Look at him. Look at those little tiny eyes. I don't have an all-rounder currently. Oh, how much was Mew? Do I already have Mew? Well, where's Mew? How do I get Mew? Am I not allowed to have Mew? That's very sad. Was Mew like an exclusive? That upsets me. That upsets me greatly. Yeah, what the heck? Let's play. Let's get Tyranitar, man. We'll get those coins back. All right. Let's play some quick Tyranitar matches. I want to learn this character. All right, Perry. I'm starting up a queue. Well, that was quick. Ah! It is a quick match. Oh man, I am so tired, you guys. I'm so tired. I'm so burnt. Meetings all day. Zoom meetings all day long. Where the boy? Where you at? There he is. There's the boy. Alright, here's the thing about you, my friend. I don't know anything about you. Let's give you an eject button. Let's give you wise glance. Okay, attack, defense. Let's give you one other thing. Let's go for a score shield here. And we've only got 5 seconds, so I guess we're just going to learn together. I do want to know if I start as a little boy or do I just start as Tyranitar? Do I start as Pupitar? No. What's the little one? What's the little one's name? Can't remember his name. Larvitar? We are doing 4x4. This is a quick battle. We will lose this. Just emotionally prepare to lose. I don't think I've ever won a quick battle. That might not be true. Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar. That sounds right. I've probably won some quick battles, but I definitely lose drastically more quick battles than I win. For me, I use them as an opportunity to learn a new character, and that's about it. I do! I look at little Larvitar. Look at him! All right, Rock Polish or Bite. I like Bite. Sounds fun. Ooh, I've never done a quick match here, though. Maybe it's different. Maybe I'm better at this one. Sounds possible. Oh, okay. Rock Polish is like a little jump forward. That's neat. I can get behind that. Dark Pulse. Oh, I'm Pupitar now. Oh, cool. Heyo. No biggie. Just got all 3 of them on me down here. No big deal. No big deal. Just got all 3 down there. That's fine. What's up, Chansey? How are you feeling? Look at Pupitar's little hop. Look at his little hop. I love it so much. You know, are you kidding me right now? I'm here. I have arrived. I died. I died very swiftly. See, Barry, we should have just called it from the get-go and stuck together. Like how we all just somehow agreed we're all going whole hog up top. Man, I'm so used to having a healer. I keep trying to use moves on you guys and not on the baddies. I really just want to be Tyranitar. Is that asking so much? Ancient Power or Sand Tomb? Let's see what my Unite move does, huh? I don't have any idea. Looks like it turned me into Godzilla. But only for a moment. Only for a moment did I get to be Godzilla. Uh-oh. Oh good, it's just you. An enemy. Man! Look, we gotta learn somehow, okay? What's up, Harry? I tried hard to chase down the Pikachu. I have been the worst teammate ever. But I did KO a Charizard, and that's pretty neat and fun. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no! I gotta drop this off before the timer goes! I gotta drop this off before the timer goes! 1 second! 1 second remaining! Godzilla mode! Godzilla mode!
5, 4, 3.
Godzilla mode wins! I think I'm about to win a quick battle. Did we win, you guys? I feel like we won. Wow. Tyranitar is pretty fun. We owned. Well, I was no help, let me assure you. Yeah! Hey-o Perry with the MVP! Look at that. Nice battle. MV Perry. Yeah, I like Tyranitar, sure. Xando, where are we at, my friend? Do we need to do another quick battle, or are you almost ready? Because we can do another quick battle. I'm still invisible over here. I'm so tired. I just looked at myself. I'm very tired. Xando! I could use some hydration. Yeah, I've only made it to 2 p.m. today, folks. Oh my goodness, story time. We can do a story time. That's it. That's why I'm so tired. It's definitely not that I'm sick and also have bibs. Xando, are you back as in you're updated? Oh yeah. You found your controller? Wow, well things are just turning up Xando, aren't they? Things are positively turning up Xando today. Well, let me know once you log in. I'll add you to the chat. Oh, I see. You unlock Mew with the Mew Murals challenge. And how long is this here for, you think? 27 days? I got time. I got time. Assuming that I actually play this game in the next 27 days again. Assuming this is not the last time I pick up this game for the next 249 days. Which could be. That could happen. Let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? Ooh, that's one. Xando, have you said you're ready? Have you said you're ready and I missed it? Look at all these achievements. That's what we call the greatest gamer right there. Getting everything set up, be ready in a minute. All good. $235, still not enough. It is so costly to upgrade those items. But if you took the time to do it at the beginning. Oh, he's a bargain, is he? Well, that's a bargain, you guys. Come on. Get him at a bargain. Oh boy. What's up, Xando?
Hello.
Hopefully everybody in the chat can hear okay. I might have to turn down Spoofy. Try turning down Spoofy and then we'll see if that... Now I'll turn back up desktop audio. Alright, Xando, if you want to say some words for me, and then Perry can tell us if he can hear you.
Okay, hello there. I'm getting an echo on my side, but I think that's because voice mod is open.
Yeah, I'm no echo here. Perry, here's the other one. The other one is heard. A little soft, but there, yeah. I still have audio down a little bit.
Alright, is that any better?
It definitely sounds louder on my end. Oh no, Perry left the lobby. Let's do another quick battle again.
Like that?
I'm gonna invite Perry.
I'm downloading update data 85%, but this is going significantly faster than everything else was, so.
Xando, you lied. You lied to me. You
Well,
said
everything was... I thought I was. I didn't know that there would be another update once I started the game up.
Is the little circle there?
Logging in. I don't see any circles.
Perry, I think
like
the circles are
birthday
only
cake.
on the phone. Or Perry did what H-Man needs to do and started working for the UI team of the Pokemon Company and made it happen.
I have to pretend that I'm reading the terms of service and all that.
Sweet. Yeah, that is so annoying they make that a must click. Boink, boink.
Alright, here's this multi-page document that we know no one's gonna read.
Nope, but it has to be there just so we cover our bases.
And it needs to be in every language possible, even though I've selected that I'm from the US.
All right, all of our lurkers down there, if you're listening and you can hear me, unlurk for just a second and tell me if you're playing a game right now, and let me know what game you're up to. What are you playing? What's everybody's agenda tonight? I know Pineapple said possibly Destiny 2. If you're not playing a game, then I guess you can't answer that question, can you?
If you're not playing a game, why ain't you?
Not playing a
Come
game.
and play with us.
Stop playing a game then. This game is free. It only takes 3.5 hours to update, though. All right, Perry, back to waiting. I'm going to go peruse the lobby again. I want to know what these legacy trainer showdowns are. Is that a thing that you can do in a squad, or is that a thing you gotta do by yourself? Xander, are we friends in Unite?
I believe we are. My Season 1 final rank was Expert Class 5. Claim
Wow. You were pro. I think I only ever made it up to Expert like 3. Let's see if I see you on the... Uh-oh, Perry left again.
I just sent you an invite to join your team.
Are you the robot?
Most likely, yes. Yes, the Robot 774.
I think I accepted you. Oh, did you make a team? No, you're here. You're here.
I sent a request for an invite.
Okay. Let's do a quick match first, and then we'll do a standard next. I'm gonna go invisible. Well, I was gonna play as Tyranitar. Oopsie. I want to keep learning this character. I gotta learn what the other moves do. Alright, Perry, this time I'm sticking with you. Attacker needed. I got us. Do later. I'll attack. I'll do it. Do later's probably like, man, why am I on this team? Why did I get paired up with these bunch of bozos? I ain't looking to drop my percentage tonight.
You gonna?
Look at that. He's got the boxing Dragonite.
I love the Dratini with the little luchador mask.
I know,
That's adorable.
it is the cutest. Perry,
It's not even a lucha, it's just
where are we
the
going,
wrestling.
Perry? Me and Perry could decide. Oh man, that's great. I mean, I guess I'm the one with the voice, so I'll have to be team captain for now. As much as I loathe being in charge. Man, you evolve so fast, dude. But this time I'm going with Stone Edge.
I'm getting beat up.
Perry dead! Perry dead! No! I dead!
I dead also.
That's not good. If only we had an attacker, you guys. I think that's where we messed up. I feel like we probably would have been better if we had an attacker this round. That's where we missed the mark.
I think I would have been better if I'd played the game recently
It'd be
and
nice.
wasn't going 2v1.
Yeah, I think they got our number, Perry. I think they got us. Yep, they took down a gold zone already. That's wow, they took down 2 gold zones already? Holy moly. You're joking. Alright, we gotta take down some mobs.
Yeah, we showed them.
We did it! See you guys, we didn't need an attacker. We got the robot 774. Attacker who? That's what I say. Let's gather in the central area. Oh yeah, there is only 6 seconds. That's fine with me.
You're in trouble.
Uh-oh. I think Sylveon knows what we're up to. I think Sylveon knows the antics we've got planned. Yeah! Defenseless! Uh-oh.
How did I die?
I died as well.
What is happening?
Wow, we I think we were not actually, I don't think they were defenseless. Now's our chance to score, dude. Thank you, Dragonite. Thank you. Dragonite knows exactly what he's doing. He just got paired with a bunch of bozos, as I said. Dragonite deserved better. You know, you don't always get what you want. Oh, we did TPK. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool and neat and fun. Now's our chance to score again. Thank you, Dragonite. Wait, what?
Man,
It's empty?
Sylveon just... or
I didn't know
not
it was empty!
Sylveon,
I had 50! No!
but Glaceon had my number. I was trying to score and just they zoned me out.
If I can get there in 17 seconds. You don't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you get bad players. Real bad players. You were there! No!
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, dude, I had 50 as well. I had 50 as well, but I didn't have health. I didn't have health to push. Hopefully we didn't get spanked as bad as I think we did.
Oh, we definitely probably did.
We lost. Yeah, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. I am surprised that Dragonite is MVP. I mean, they hardly brought anything to the team. All right.
They did really well. We should probably have them as a friend, though.
I think so. I think You know, I think they would probably accept our request.
Most likely.
People like whenever you don't listen to their requests. All right, let's go for a standard now. I still don't know what the custom battles are, but I'll be all right. All right, back to Blissey. That means me and Perry have got to split up. I'll try and stick with you, Zando. We'll see. We'll see how a champ Blissey combo goes. I think it would be solid. How are you, by the way, Dane? Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. Happy you're here. And we'll go bottom. Oh, man. Just cried. His kick him, I took us. Someone took Slowbro. No! Mr. Windmill. What you know about Slowbro Windmill? I definitely thought Kesha was playing in my ears for just a second.
You see that fancy Aerodactyl I posted in the Discord?
I did. That was very nice. Now, I'm glad that you are enjoying the community, even if you're not enjoying the online presence as much. New Baby Life is different, but just keep it on. New Baby Life is different, Dane. It is different. And 2 Baby Life is even more different than that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know about the new baby. Congrats. Yes, yes, yes. Congrats, congrats. If you haven't noticed that Dane has not been able to join us for too many streams recently, that is the reason. He's been not sleeping recently. Is Gengar the only card that moves? Or do they all move just a little bit? I think Gengar's the only ones. 4 months just a few days ago.
He's spacey.
I didn't realize your baby was born before mine, Dane. Is that right?
Ready?
Why did I think yours was born right after? Interesting. It was after. Is my baby older than I think my baby is? My baby turns 5 months on the 21st, not 4 months. That's what it is.
Ben
Yeah.
will be 2 next month.
April 21st. Oh my goodness. Two. The terrible twos were nowhere near as bad as the 3 nagers for us so far. I would take terrible twos any day over the mess that has been the 3 nagers so far.
I done died.
I tried. I tried to help you, but now I've been incapacitated. I think I survived. Just barely. So try and stay near me because my moves will help boost yours. So I have moves that like make you move faster or hit harder. But you also have to stay alive. That would be important.
Yeah, I think they know that I need to stay alive, and they're trying to stop me from doing that
I think that's tricky.
for whatever reason.
Honestly, one of the hardest parts. So it's almost like other people want to kill you in this game. I'm dead. 3s was way worse than 2s for both my boys, for sure. 3s is way worse. Everybody always talks. Terrible 2s, terrible 2s. They're going to be awful. There's going to be so much sass. No, no, no.
I'm not caring much for 4 either, to be honest with
Oh,
you.
no, don't tell me that. I need hope. I need light on the other end of the tunnel. Luckily, health stuff has calmed down and hopefully resolving in a few months. Now, if our childcare can stop being sick, life can get back to a routine. Childcare is very nice. Childcare is very nice whenever it's able to work. And when it's
And they've got
not,
an extra guy over here.
it's very tiring. Yeah, Gengar's doing his actual job. Gengar's doing a midfielder's job well. Clear Moblin back here, down the bottom. Oh, Altaria, perfect. Oh, somebody's Dodiro. All right, I got 3 on me down here.
I'm coming.
They're all dunking. They just destroyed our zone. How? How did they all get to dunk? I'm dead. How did they all get to dunk? I am very glad about that, Dane. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear that things are clearing up. It is always scary. Take down these moblins on the side. Wife and I have been playing work roulette of late with our nanny share being sick and out on different things for the last month. Ugh. I totally feel that. I had to bring Nora with me to work on Monday, and that was not fun. Tonight, Nora had a meltdown because we told her no about something. No, you're going down, Mr. Mime. Doggone it, I'm taking that Mr. Mime. I don't care. I don't care if I die. I'm taking Mr. Mime down, and I did. Ooh. He's getting fiery. All right. I'm headed to the moblin on the side here. Doo-doo. Will say though, has anyone been playing the Dreamlight Valley? It's a bit addictive. So I've been very curious about Dreamlight Valley. My only concern is that I'm not the biggest fan of Disney. Not opposed to Disney, but I'm certainly not a fan. Ah, I really tried. At least I took down Mr. Mime again. Yeah, it's on my new game spinner wheel, so we could potentially end up playing it tomorrow. But I just got to be real that I'm not totally convinced. I have seen lots of memeing. Lots of memeing about it. Ooh, I got 40, you got 50.
I've got 25.
You got no health, though. We can try and drop. Let me drop. I got 40. Oh, too late.
You got it.
Nice. Drop you some eggs there. Hopefully we can survive. Once we had Perry with us, I knew we had a chance. We really gotta let you drop, though. 2 of them are down. Let's try this. Oh, no, Mr. Mime! I'll try and distract them as best as I can. Nope, that's beyond. We're done for. Not a chance.
Well, there goes 33.
I gotta heal Perry. I'm not about to get dunked on by that Mr. Mime. But you got 50!
You're on fire.
Oh, did I not hit down? I tried. Animal Crossing plus Disney. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Again, I'm on board with the premise. I like Animal Crossing enough. Although 99.9% of the reason that I play Animal Crossing is because I love the Animal Crossing franchise. I eventually get bored of it. Because the gameplay is good, but the franchise is what keeps me coming. We have been absolutely positively brutal to that poor Mr. Mime, and I love it.
Alright, I've got 37.
Perry, how close are you to defeating that Reggie Rock? Can be better than Animal Crossing, loving the different biomes and such. Very
The
interesting.
final stretch. You're on fire.
We're going to Rayquaza? No? Yes? No?
I'm dead, but I'm happy to do it once I get back.
I don't know where Gengar is.
Gengar is down toward the bottom. I think he died. No, he's still there.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do it with this much of our team. If we can take down some of their bad boys, maybe, but I doubt it.
I'm here, for what it's worth.
Nice, dude.
You're on fire.
All right, who's going for the bottom goal? Anybody? Looks like Venusaur, maybe.
I can go for it.
They
surrendered.
Made it easy for us. I hate when they surrender, though. I love playing it to the end.
Yeah, I agree. Even when I'm losing, I would still rather just get to the end.
The bitter end. About to drop 39 points. Perry was about to get MVP right there.
I think Gengar may have taken ours.
I'm going to guarantee it. Gengar played perfectly.
Oh,
No!
Mr.
Windmill. Why? Why Mr. Windmill? Perry, I actually thought you were the Slowbro the entire time. I just realized you weren't the Slowbro. You wanted to be. Maybe this next round. Another one. I was the guy who doesn't know how to play an attacker. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Yeah. Dane, did you enjoy the Nintendo Direct? Because I feel like me and you are kindred spirits with our love of farming sims, and that was kind of our Direct. So I hope that you enjoyed it. Although I am getting irate because everybody keeps talking about how there were so many farming sims and how it was just Stardew Valley clone after Stardew Valley clone. And it fills me with rage because the very first one was A Wonderful Life, which is not a Stardew Valley clone. And it offends me to even suggest it.
I mean, Wonderful Life is coming out after Stardew Valley, so it's kind of a clone.
True.
It's really just trying to bank off the popularity of Stardew Valley.
I do wonder. So it's very clear that Stardew stole a lot from Friends of Mineral Town. But I wonder, I've never heard Eric Barone talk about if he was influenced by A Wonderful Life at all. I wonder. Do you love some farm sims? Well, you got plenty of them. I'm excited about exactly two of them. I'm excited about Harvestella, and I'm excited about A Wonderful Life. The rest of them, I don't really care. I guess Rune Factory, a new series is nice, but Rune Factory has kind of gotten a little samey. Another Gengar main. Is Gengar back in the meta? I loved being Gengar. That was my favorite. He was my OG. I'm just now noticing Decidueye's hand on his wing, and I am disgusted. Has it always been that way?
Oh, with the feathers, like grabbing?
The fingers. Yeah, the finger feathers are not it.
Ready?
Not sure any jump out at me at the time. Wonderful Life maybe at the top for me too. Dane, I don't want to overhype it, but A Wonderful Life is my favorite game ever made. I don't want to build it up too high, but I think it might be the best game that has ever been. So I'd put it to the top of your list if I were you. Although a lot of that is nostalgia. I was talking to my wife today about it, just telling her, like, she does not care about video games. But I was like, I got to tell you about this game that's coming out because I'm so excited. And I was reminiscing on me and my best buddy Davis, who is also in the Mirror Mural, the book. We would stay up until like 4 o'clock in the morning playing Wonderful Life, both of our 2 different save files. And there was one time that I'll never forget where he was asleep with the GameCube controller in his hand, still playing the game. And it was amazing. Only in folklore at this point. Goes down in the history books. Get those health.
They got the health, and I didn't notice until I was already dead.
I need to get some free time and get back onto Farm Sim 22. Get some real Farm Sim on next time I get a bonus stream. For sure. Absolutely. I've never played one of the legit just named Farm Sim games. I took both our heals.
Well, you're Blissey, so I guess that makes sense.
Best game ever, not overhyping. Not one bit. Not one bit sneaky. I'm trying not to overhype it because I don't want to disappoint anyone. But I really just have to reiterate. It is my favorite game that has ever existed. Again, not to overhype it. Really trying to undersell here.
Come on.
Yes, dropping 58 points at the 7-minute mark. What I'm talking about? Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys can still hear the music. I stopped paying attention and my headphone died. Yeah, get that health. Meta that game. Uh-oh, I took bombs? Oh no, I totally did not mean to take bombs. Oh no. What happened? When was it ready? That is not good. I mean, this is high praise. I'm not even sure what I would call my all-time favorite game. Yeah, it's hard for me to call it too, because obviously there's Undertale, obviously there's Danganronpa. I have a lot of games that I call my favorite game, but there is something about A Wonderful Life that hits just the right spot of nostalgia and all the other good stuff. Sando, can I still hear you?
I can still hear you. Can you still hear me? Ooh, there's a lot of these guys here. They just killed me.
Oh, Wisteria's a level 4? Homie. What? That can't be true. Oh, Perry, I'm so sorry.
I have very fond memories of Harvest Moon 64, but I have a feeling that if I were to go back and actually play it, that I would probably not live up to my memories.
Did you see that Harvest Moon 64 is coming to the Nintendo 64 or Switch Online in Japan?
In Japan? Yeah.
Yes. Why do they do that? Why do they hate us so? All right, we got to make up for some of Wisteria's nonsense. Yes!
Oh, and then I died immediately after.
That's okay. We took down their Chansey, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud. Gengar just stopped playing. No! No! Okay, well, I guess we're going to lose.
Gengar's on the move again, or rather, whatever it's called.
Maybe Gengar was just figuring it out.
Just taking a quick little nap.
I would go older. Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines maybe was a buggy janky mess, but so
Man,
good for the
Bloodlines. Bloodlines is so good. I
cannot believe Wisteria's a level 5, dude.
Yeah, that's a little bit concerning.
I also can't believe that I did egg bombs instead of safeguard. Or no, whatever it's called. I'm so done. Oh no! Slowbro, no! Did you call it?
Here.
Did you call the surrender?
Me?
No, I was asking if Perry did.
I definitely did not.
I'm fine with it. It's whatever. If we got Wisteria at level 5, dude, I'm alright. Irreplaceable recently. Oh, you replayed it. Got you. Replayed it yesterday, molded up to run clean, had Director's Cut add-on. That was great. That's very cool.
Yeah, I played it again right after I built my PC, so I think early 2020 I played through it again. And so the first time I played it was when it originally came out, and I played a Malkavian and loved it. So this time I think I played something else because I wanted a different experience. But man, I also just love the tabletop game version of Vampire the Masquerade, so that definitely helped.
I bet you it's Gengar, dude. Is Gengar the one that keeps calling it quits? It feels like it always happens whenever he's back at base. Bummer. Dane, you had a lot of trouble with that particular message. What a baby. A baby. Heyo, MVP. How's it feel, Xando? Man,
Like
that
I
robot
didn't really earn it.
The Robot 774 is real good. I should add him as a player. Tiny mobile keys, not good for big hands. I feel that so hard. I have not been able to type well since physical keys. On my like LG Scoop or whatever it was called. Once I switched to the world of iPhone with the touch screens, and then my second iPhone, and then the Android took over. Never I shall return. If I could get a BlackBerry keyboard on my Android, you know, my dad had a BlackBerry, and I never took the time to learn. But I remember thinking that keyboard was baffling. I couldn't even wrap my mind around it. It was the weirdest looking keyboard I've ever seen. Because it was like 2 keys. Chiclet keys. It was like QW, ER, TY. They were all like 3 keys. Had one and mastered it. And the ball. I remember that was all I did, is that I played with my dad's BlackBerry and I had the no Duraludon. It is neither cute nor hot to also go bottom path with us. No! Oh dear. Whatever will we do? And Ember didn't call anything, so we have no idea where they're going. I guess if you want to go up top with Perry, I can stick with Duraludon and defend them.
I will try to go middle, assuming that they won't.
Yeah, I would do whatever Ninetales doesn't do. So either go help Perry defend or go mid.
Okay.
Or Duraludon could have just been yanking our chain. Such a nonsense Pokemon, dude. Just a skyscraper.
All right, I'm mid.
There you go. I'll let you know if I need you. We'll see how this Duraludon plays. Hopefully I would describe their playstyle as both cute and hot. And if not, then I'll be very disappointed. Oh boy, all 3 down bottom. That's good. We might be needing you after all.
All right.
But do some grinding if you need to.
I do need to.
We got
But I'm
one.
on my
Good
way.
job, Duraludon, dude. You probably got some time because we took him down. All right, safeguard. Ooh, they're mad. Ooh, they're mad. Ooh, they're so mad. Don't take both of them, Duraludon. Don't take both. Yes, dude. Killing it.
All right, going back mid.
Thanks for the help. Nice, Duraludon. Dude, they're good. Where they dropping? Don't do that.
Need some health.
Dude, Duraludon's broken, man. I'm loving it. They just have a special beam cannon that destroys.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, let's get out of here.
Oh no, they got a level 4 Charmander. Yeah, they're going down, dude. They don't stand a prayer. But you never know. Duraludon absolutely walks like he has just had a whoopsie. Okay, anyone want to explain what dictates top, mid, or bottom? Is it just style or what? Is mid being different but aren't high and low on top basically the same? No, they're all a little different. They have different specials that show up later in the game. Every character is kind of tuned. You can learn characters anywhere, but it's kind of like League in the sense that you want to like match a play style. So there are definitely some characters that are better at mid. In League, they would probably call it jungling. But I'm also not super familiar with League anymore. And I wasn't very good at it to begin with, so why not? I'm with you, Duraludon. Whatever you want to do, buddy, I'm with you.
I got
Me and
40
you,
I
dream
need to
team.
drop off. How you guys doing?
But we're doing good. I still got a Unite move built up. Go for it. Dude, I'm telling you, Duraludon is playing no games. No, I ain't about to risk it for the biscuit. We're playing too well for me to do something silly like go and die. Where's my buddy at? I'm in the zone. I can tell because I'm quiet.
Yeah, I will take jungling, if you will, over
You're digging
I
it?
think going top or bottom. Yeah, I like not, fighting these dumb things that can attack so much and just going where I can be helpful as opposed to trying to do something and then all of a sudden, oh, can't do it because there's people.
You'd probably like Gengar then. Gengar's probably, I don't know. I don't know if he's the best jungler, but he's a really good one. He definitely seems to be back in the meta if everybody's playing as him right now.
I'm about to lose 50 to this Charizard.
No!
Yep. I thought there were more people with me. Turns out it was just Charizard circling me and killing me.
Yeah, once we took down that Zoroark, I backed out. But I got 50 to drop right now if I can get there. We got the whole team. If everybody can get me there, I can drop this. Or we could take down Rayquaza. We
They're
got the
attacking
full team.
the bottom.
Looks like we're all going for Rayquaza.
Yep, and I'm dead down at the bottom, and they're about to dunk on that. 3 of them.
Are they 350s?
I don't know. I can't. I took it from 100 down to 20, so do with that what you will.
I always feel guilty for goal guarding. It's such a cruddy thing to do. But it's so effective. Keeps people in their little hidey hole. Dude, poor Zoroark and poor Charizard. We've been so mean. Such an interesting choice for them to put Dodrio in this game. Like, of all the Pokemon that I guarantee you people have just been begging for, Dodrio. I think we slayed. Classic Hill, what's up? How we doing? Welcome in. Let's see. Every time a Movi guy pops in, let's see what episode I'm in. 15 episodes remaining out of 181. 166. Hey, yo! Hey! Killing it. Killing it with that MVP. Look at those 290 points, baby. Hey! Oh, feels good. Duraludon killed it, dude.
You were
I would
all
call
angry
that
about him.
absolutely cute and hot, indeed. Classic Hill, 166 episodes deep. And it actually, I got the feels on this latest episode because you guys were talking about Project Scarlet. And I was like, wow. We called it Scarlet. Xbox went with that name for quite a while. Amazes me how long you guys have been doing that podcast. And just how it's not dated, but it's so timed to when it came out because you guys do such like current news, trending news. It's baffling. We were just talking about having you on anytime, dude. I'm always happy. You let me know, I'll be there. I'd be happy to come tell you guys how you're wrong about Pokemon. I am EST. Yeah. Yep. But I think all of y'all are EST, right? Hey, I love Pokemon. You do? You do. You're definitely the one person that, like, has some history with it. No, it'd be fun. Steve wasn't allowed to play. Right. That seems to be the recurring trend. Through 170 or 166 episodes so far, Steven is not allowed to play games. He's just learning. No, and you guys are just talking about the Games of Service update for Destiny 2 whenever it went free to play. It's wild. Wild how time has flown. Interesting. So Dodrio is the jungler this round, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna go, and then I saw they had already called it.
Ugh. I hate the crab. Dwebble. I hate Dwebble.
Or
He's
like
the worst.
Dweeble, am I right?
Ah.
Got him. Oh, I died quick.
Okay, there are 3 down here. If only you were jungle, I would have told you to come help us. Oh boy, yeah, they are really manned. I'm telling you, Rowlet ain't playing around with leafage. I gotta go heal. Rowlet ain't playing around with that leafage. Holy moly. Did I steal that?
You sure did.
I didn't think I was going to reach. Oh, Altaria's in mid if we want to get it. If they don't get it first. They got it first. No, they didn't. Yay! I can't believe I just swiped it. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's cool. I got it weakened for you, so.
Yeah, that's it. You prepped it. You can take that other heal.
Yeah, sure. Now that I got that one started, you finish it off.
You got it. Glaceon needs backup. We need backup of our own down here.
I'm dead.
I believe we got ourselves a real team. We got ourselves a cohesive mix here. Ow, man! Wasted my item for nothing, dude. Oh, no.
You want this one?
No, you got it. You got
Sure.
it. You got it. This game looks sick. Have you never played this, Classic Guild? Unite? Been out for a while. The little MOBA. I just randomly posted it over on our Discord today, and people were like, yeah, I could play that again. We're going for it. It was good. It's a good game. A frustrating meta. Oh, nice. I got my health back somehow. Dude, Rowlet is killing it, man. Holy moly. Aki was playing it for a while. It is exactly that. It is League with Pokemon. Maybe a little less strategic than League. You don't have to worry about like buying items mid-match and building as you go. You pretty much just you unlock as you level up. So it's less building and more XP grind. That sounds better than League. Yeah, League is definitely not for me. That Rowlet, dude. Like... I'm telling you. I am telling you. Rowlet is driving me up a wall. I thought Dwebble was going to cause us trouble. But no. Ah!
Man, Rowlet's got some reach.
Yes. Well, I think that was his ultimate. The one that lasted forever. I'm going to get these moblins. Gotta level up. It's fun though. It's a good game. My biggest complaint with this game is that it was always pretty easy to know if you were going to win or lose, and it's still pretty much that way. I feel like you know pretty much immediately if you're going to win a round or lose a round. The close ones are the most fun ones, but they're rare. I'm taking... No! I wanted to take that Dragonite. Thank you, Glaceon. Ah. I've died a lot this round. Oh, no.
Me too.
I've been a feeder. I'm only level 8. Oh, no.
Yeah, I am also only level 8.
Yeah, we are struggling to keep
We're
up.
struggling. Thanks for the
Vote of confidence.
there, guy.
I didn't know Escavalier was in the game. Natu's up here. I love that. It's so interesting to me the Pokemon that they decided were going to be like the Peon Pokemon. The normie Pokemon.
Cool. Just completely whiffed the ultimate there.
Try and dunk while we're here, right? I might get away, but I doubt it. Not a chance. Not a chance. But I did try. But yes, Brian, you let me know anytime. Anytime, I'll be happy to be on the Movie podcast. Love the Movie Guites. Excited to get to meet all of y'all. No! No! No, blue screen of death. Well, at least you're playing on your phone, so at least it didn't mess up the game. Even if it did mess up the stream. We'll recover. We can rebuild. We have the technology. I wonder how many times I've died, dude. Insane. And this is kind of to what I was referring. I know we're going to lose. There is a very slim chance of us winning. We can get it
Just popped
close.
up and said we're in the lead.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Lies. I feel like you can just feel it. You can feel it in the air. You can feel the loss. As Phil Collins would say, you can feel the loss in the air tonight. As Phil Collins himself once spake through the lips of Tarzan.
Which I have never seen.
I still can't believe that.
We have
And
a huge
Castaway.
lead.
And you've never seen Castaway.
There's like, here's the funny thing is there are a ton of movies I've never seen, but I know so much about so many different movies.
I mean, how? How? Who has never seen Castaway? Or Tarzan?
Did you put up the Twitter poll?
No, I sure didn't. I need to. Tarzan is a classic. See? We're on the same page here, Brian. Oh, dear. I'm alone. I'm running away. I'm afraid they're going to get Rayquaza. I'm going to go defend our base, at least. All our base are belong to Blissey. I was gonna 2-1 on that one. Yeah. Going 2-1 is rough. At least we took them down. At least we got those kills. I'll take the kills. I wonder if I can take out a Dragonite by myself.
No. I just tried to do that with an Ultra and failed.
No. Glaceon did it. We weakened it.
No, I'm pretty sure he had recovered by the time you got to him. From what I had done to him.
He didn't have full health. Somebody had got to him.
I think they got us.
Yep. Yep. As I said, you just know. You just know. You know when they get you. You know when you're done for, and I knew. Oh, I really thought they were going to let us get that kill.
Me too.
Man. Ain't no MVP this round. Not me. Did we get whipped at the end? We got whipped all the way across. Oh no, look at us! What?
Whoa!
Are you kidding me? What even?
That coming.
That's what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have badmouthed that game the entire time. 6 deaths. Oh no, 6 assists. I probably got way more than that in deaths. I want to know how many deaths I got. Let's see. Details. Does it not tell me? Does it not tell you how many times you died?
Didn't get any kills.
I didn't get any kills, but I got 6 assists. I did my job, but I want to know how many times I died. I also didn't drop any points. Wow. Wow.
I can't believe we won that.
Perry, I'm so sorry. That's no fun. Blue screen is so stressful. Alright, I think I got like another match, maybe 2 in me. A match or 2. And that'll do. A little dab will do ya. Dapper Dan. Ain't this place a geographical oddity? 1 mile from everywhere. Phone battery is near dead. This is the last one for me. Alright. Alright, Perry. Well, we'll just see how long this round lasts. If it ends before 9:47, I can go for another round. So I probably will, because I only 10-minute matches. I'm at about 15%. I was at 20% last battle, so I'm a little nervous. You'll get us right to the clutch, and then we'll lose because your phone dies. TTV?
Plug it in, bro.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we're famous. We're streaming on Chino's channel, dude. Somebody find Chino.
Take it.
Chino the Charizard, dude. Ooh, me and Charizard.
I will take mid, please and thank you.
That's not a great matchup for me, but we'll manage. Maybe Charizard is a good match. Who knows? I just feel like Charizard's gonna be too fast for me. No outlet. Oh no.
I searched Chino and I found Chino Sav.
Did you do TTV _ Chino?
No. TTV _ Chino.
It's also possible they may just not be streaming right now.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Oh well, back to checkpoint, I guess.
Ugh, the worst. Who would want to watch them? The issue with these game together streams is that all of my clippers are playing the games with us. So we can't have any clips, man.
I don't think we've missed any clips today.
You don't think so? I think we've had some pretty game-breaking moments. We've had some big wins. Unexpected wins. Last match ending at 480. I was not prepared for that. Okay, what do you think Pike is doing, huh?
Pretty sure Chino called bottom and it sure is going mid.
Well, it's because he was supposed to go bottom and then Venusaur or Bulbasaur showed up down here. If you claim it, you go with it. That's my rule. Why else claim it? Why even bother with claiming?
ATV Chino, if you steal this buff, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I like that they're also right on you. Okay, there you go. At least they broke off finally. We got a Venusaur Pikachu matchup down here. I can deal. Dodrio? What are you doing up here?
I need to get the heck out of here.
Oh, whatever. I'm letting him score because I'm all alone. Literally all of you guys are up top. What's the deal? What's the deal with all my team going up top?
The Gen 1 starters, man.
What
they don't want to go
even?
where they said they would.
What am I supposed to do about that? I need health. Come with me. Come with me if you want to live. Please! Anyone! I see that you're here, but I'm not here. Where did everyone go? They were all with you, Barry. They were all with you. You had them all. We got a bunch of deserters around here. Clearly. That is abundantly true. Oh, Dodrio!
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Come on. Survive! Alright, they did score, but I didn't give them my... I didn't feed them at least, so... I'll take it. Oh, I see you going mid. I'll come help you.
The song that's playing now sounds a little bit like the Gundam Wing soundtrack,
That's very nice.
and it's throwing me off.
I saw somebody today describe Attack on Titan as Gundam without the robots. And I appreciated that. I thought that was a pretty apt comparison. Can we please take down that level 9 Dodrio? Are you kidding me? Level 9? Look at him, he's running around! He's just running! How did he get away from us?
The boy
Oh my
fast.
goodness. What a goofy character. Oh dear, I wasn't expecting this. Oh, there's nothing worse than that. Thinking you've made it off scot-free. Alright, I guess we need to push top because Rotom's up there. Ayo, how do we still have a Charmander? TTV Chino, what's going on? Chino, I had hope for you. You're level 4. Why don't you take down those Natu? Get a little health. Get a little HP. No, no. I've got to go heal. No, come on. Come on now.
Charmander's defending our base. And by defending our base, I mean he's running around inside of the spawn point, throwing out attacks for some reason.
I'm going to tell myself maybe Chino is just very, very famous on Twitch, and he is currently doing a goofy challenge that was his viewers spent channel points
Right.
to earn that challenge of just totally throw. Yeah, we almost had that Greninja until we absolutely didn't. Yikes! Oh no! Well, with how this one is going, I'm going to go ahead and say I got to do another one. I can't end it like this.
Oh, good. They're defending our goal zone. Chino is.
Guys, don't worry. Chino's got our back.
Is he suddenly a Charizard?
Somehow.
Or does it not show you if they are, like, not evolved? Oh, I guess it does, because that's Ivysaur. I don't understand how a Pikachu that's one level higher than me just absolutely melts me, unless that was like a ultimate.
Come on, Charizard. Thank you. Can't believe Chino just came through for me. I got 40 to drop. If we can just clear it. Yikes! Are you kidding? I keep getting brought down to nothing. Ah! I think I just got took down by a mob. Are you kidding? No! Not the way I wanted to end things. Now we're going to play another round. Gonna have to go one. Uno mas. Uno mas. Dude, that Dodrio strat is killing me. He just goes away, rockets into the middle of things, and then runs away again. Killing me. Please. Please let me drop my 40 points. It feels so good to see Dodrio. Eat it. Nope, somehow Charizard caught up to us. What's up with that?
No one's at Rayquaza at the moment.
Okay, I'm coming. Is this the Pikachu that's melted you several times now, you said?
Yes. And again. Oh, then it also had... It looked like the guy at the Dodrio's name is Handlebar. Which does nothing for my confidence.
Oh no! Totally dead. Ay, ay, ay. What an awful last game. Alright. Yep. Can't be. Awful last game for Perry. Not an awful last game for me. Because I could potentially have another worse round. Oof. We're absolutely done. We got a lot of 50s though. That's a lot of 50s that could drop. We can just get them there.
Here's a 50. There it is.
No, there's no way. There's no way. No way. What a bummer way to go out for sure, Perry. What's your charge at? Are you sure you can't fit one more in to feel better about it? Yikes. Oh, that hurts. Hey, but MVP!
That's because that 100 points I scored were literally at the end of the game.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're MVP if I've ever seen one. All right, Pierre, you're hopping off. Xander, are you down for one more Unamas?
Oh, yeah.
10%, no way I'm going to risk it. All right, Perry. All good. All good, all good. All right. Oh, you're still calculating your results over there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm not. I was shuffling. I got a new pack of Pokemon cards today.
What have I done? What have I done to you, Xando? I didn't mean for this to happen.
Well, it did.
I just wanted to share my love of Pokemon cards. Next thing I know, I turn around. You got more than I do.
I went and got Slurpees for the family yesterday, and they just happened to have Pokemon cards at checkout, so I grabbed a pack. Not even just like, oh, whatever. This,
Well,
yeah,
look,
I got
if
it.
they're there, you know, what are the odds? What are the odds that's
Right.
going to happen again? You got to give them while they're there.
And then today I was just riding high after that giveaway on the stream that I told you
Right.
about. And so I was like, Pokemon Go pack? Yeah, why not? I'll get that. And then I ended up getting a reverse hollow Snorlax and a Melmetal V that I didn't have before. So
Very nice. Hanging out, wishing you good luck with this one, gents. All good, Perry. I'm glad you're hanging out with us. Hopefully, so I guess that means you were able to get your computer at least working. Or are you on Twitch on your phone now? This will definitely be the last round, though. Once we're done with this round, I'll wrap up and start wrapping up the stream, finding somebody to raid. Look at Pikachu shining. Why is that happening?
he's got himself a guitar.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe 30 Bats is streaming.
Is maybe 30 streaming right now? We'll raid him though for sure.
Yeah.
What's he streaming tonight? Is it the guys
Valheim?
all playing together probably? I think that's normally what he does on Wednesdays is he has his buddies.
Did anybody go? Okay, I'll go bottom with you since everybody else went top.
Yeah, I think Dodrio claimed it. It's alright, we got this. We got this. I tell you what though, even if this is a loss, which I'm not saying it's going to be, I think we've had an excellent night. We've had some fantastic plays. Trombone and I started off strong with some hard W's. Just some truly epic dubs. Ooh, I think I
came
got 4
in
down here.
We just started. Pooh and the Scrooge.
No, we've done excellent. We've done excellent since the very beginning. We've been phenomenal. Oof, they took all the mobs. It's not good. And
Yep, I'm
you're
gonna
probably
die
dead.
if I don't get out of here. Yep, and I'm dead anyway because Pikachu. Every time I think I want to play Pikachu, and then I hear the voice, and I just don't want to do it.
Pikachu definitely eliminates fast. Once you get caught by Pikachu, you're pretty much done for. That sneaky electro web. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Open that jar almost all the way for you.
Thanks again. Appreciate that.
Yep. Uh-huh. You want this one?
I'll take it. No, I didn't get it. Oh, rats.
Rats, he says.
Tried for it, but no luck.
I thought there would be a thing over here. It looked like there was.
It's called Ralts. Weird named Pokemon for sure. But I guess if it's good enough for Barry, it's good enough for me. Oh, I was just a second too late, dude. Almost saved Odrio. Well, this is a good one. I would have heard this song before. I'm about it. Yikes! Serious. Not going swell either. Not a swell round.
One of our goal zones is destroyed, so
Already.
one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, we're just getting drained.
Thanks.
No problem. Happy to help. Ooh, it's Reggie Steele this time. I don't think I've been down here with a Reggie Steele yet. Ah, I was just seconds away from my ult.
It doesn't help that I'm like level 5 versus these 2 level 8s.
Right. Yeah, they beefy. Yep. Yep, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I just know. Level 9, dude. What am I supposed to do? Can't defend against a level 9. There's Dodrio at least. Maybe he'll help me. He do be a quick boy. Yes, thank you. Wait, that's his pastor pride. Huh. We're playing against a pastor. There can only be one.
Neat. Love running into enemies. That's my favorite thing when I've got a boatload of points. Just surprised, there they were.
You're kidding. Dang. Just so quickly annihilated. They just got all the right heavy hitters this time. I haven't played against Mew yet either. Well, no, that's not true. I think I played with a Mew once. No, he's got a 40. Rats. Didn't stand a chance. Pikachu? Where did you come from? Pikachu was hiding. Oh, man. I'm kind of glad they don't show KOs because I'd be at the top. I didn't even know Sneaky Pigs was playing
I
the
wouldn't
game.
be so sure about that, my friend.
I feel like I'd be close. Some rounds, I don't die at all. Some rounds, I'm real good. Other rounds, I'm not. Sneaky Pika's.
Man, I don't want none of this. Leave me alone. Just
Sneaky Pika
Stop it,
633.
don't tell me what to do, announcer voice. I'll give up if I want to. Not my dad.
My dad's not a game. I'm alone. I'm so alone. Yep, and now our goal's gone. Dope, 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 dope. I just choose my ult to stay alive. So I know you didn't need those eggs, but you got them. I brought the fight to you. Whether you want it or not.
Great.
I'll hold them off for your 46. I'll try my best. I'm dead. But you got your 46. Enjoy your inevitable death. Maybe not.
Nope, I killed
You're
that
doing good.
Pikachu.
Well, that makes my sacrifice worth it.
Mew, however. I
Oops, wrong way.
almost had that Mew.
Missed it by that much. No! Oh, I really thought I had it. Man. Bummer, bummer, bummer. But that is the way that the Pokemon go. Pokemon Unite go.
Pokemon Go. It's a close battle, apparently.
It cannot be. There's no way.
Well, it's not now that they're about to like score 1,000 points.
I sure hope everybody else is out there scoring points because they're all here. Everybody's here with me. Duncan. What's the point of surrendering with 30 seconds to go? Who's surrendering with 30 seconds? Come on. Come on.
Someone who's a quitter.
It's 30 seconds. Runs on Duncan. Duncan on me. Ugh. Is this going to be worse of a loss than our last one? I think so, because they had some big dunks there. Will we get the famed 1K dunk?
Let's see.
Let's see it. Famous 1K. You hardly see it anymore. We were missing Perry. That's why we lost, Sando.
Yep.
Perry was the
wanna say
glue.
it.
Ah, no. We actually did better. We did better than last round. I thought we might have the famed 1K, but we did not. All right. All right, Xander, I'm going to hop off. Thanks for hopping on with me tonight and playing some Pokemon Unite. Appreciate it.
For sure. See ya.
Deuces. All right, folks. Well, this is Checkpoint Church, church for nerds, geeks, and gamers. You held close until the end. It was like the last 2 to 3 minutes. That's interesting. Very interesting. I enjoyed myself. I hope that you had fun. I appreciate those that were able to play with us tonight. Folks, if you want to help us decide what games we play, we do our Game Together stream every other Wednesday. I'm always taking recommendations, games that you want to play. If I know that you'll join us, I'll play whatever you guys want. And we'll vote on those over on our Discord. ! Discord in the chat is the best place to learn more about what we're doing at Checkpoint. We're always innovating our Discord. That's our main space. That's where we are most of the time. So that's a place to be. Folks, we believe 3 things to be true about every single one of you out there, regardless of whether or not you believe in God or don't believe in God. Go to church, don't go to church, like church, don't like church. None of those things change these 3 things that we believe to be true about every single one of you out there. Number 1, we believe that God loves you, like really, really loves you. Number 2, we love you. We want community with you. That's what we're doing here at Checkpoint Church. Number 3, we believe that you, yes, you, no matter who you are, you matter. You're a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you are in it. Folks, with that, we're going to go raid our good friend, maybe 30 Bats, member of the Checkpoint community, and we're going to spam some U-Matters in the chat. We'll be streaming tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, right here, same place, very different time, unboxing the latest Manga Spice Cafe, hopefully finishing up Islets, and maybe starting a new game. But I hope that you will go spam some U-Matters. You'll see Perry just dropped that in the chat. Go spam some U-Matters in the chat for our good friend, maybe 30 Bats. And yeah. I think that'll be it for the night. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Be well until the next time I see ya. Bye-bye.